Well, good afternoon or evening or morning, whenever you're watching this. I just wanted to send one more encouragement video, and yes, I am walking around a little bit here just before I go home. But if you are anything like me this week, you've had opportunities to be able to practice that practice of prayer and solitude and silence. But if you are anything like me, you've had days where you've been able to practice, and maybe days that have really run away from you, and it's been filled with that busyness, that tyranny of the urgent. And I just want to remind you, it's okay. That is that moment where a lot of times we allow the enemy to get into our mind, to corrupt and to discourage us, and to make us think, even though we know this not to be true, to make us think that God doesn't want you to come back to him, or I'm embarrassed to come back to God. I want to remind you, don't let the enemy get a hold of your mind like that. If in fact anything, all the more God misses you. So if you've missed the day of spending time with him, all the more he misses you more. He misses you. He loves you. He can't love you any more than he does, but he misses you and he wants time with you. So if you haven't even started yet, don't be discouraged. Go ahead, start. Start now. Start right when you watch this video. When you're done, take 5 minutes and just rest. But on Monday morning, it was like any other morning. My son hasn't been sleeping super well. And so maybe throughout the night, my wife hasn't been able to sleep very much, but I've been able to sleep a little bit. And it's early in the morning and he is just not going back to sleep. So I'm thinking to myself, here's my opportunity to go out and to practice silence, solitude, and prayer, maybe even on a walk. I was like, I'll throw him into the stroller and then we'll go for a walk. And he's not going to carry a conversation with me, so he's just going to be excited to go out and see things so I can pray. And just as I'm about ready to go, my oldest daughter, Maddie, wakes up. And she comes out. She's all excited to see somebody. She comes, gives me a big hug, says good morning, and then asks me, where are you going? I said, well, Daddy and Bennett are going to go on a walk. Can I come? I'm like, well, thinking to myself, this is my time to pray in silence and solitude, right? I don't know that I can do that with a 6-year-old. But I get that impression from God, like, take her with you. Oh, okay, all right. Go get changed, go get dressed, get your shoes on, and then we'll go for a walk. And so we go out for a walk. And I'm thinking, I'll just have to practice my silence and solitude later. And it's in that moment when God says, just pick out things that you're thankful for. I'm like, really? Okay. And so we're walking, we're just getting started, and I tell Maddie, all right, well, we're out on this walk, Maddie. I want you to help me find 10 things that God created that we can be thankful for. And so we're going, and we pick out the normal things, trees, we pick out the greenery, all of it, the blue sky, which I'm very thankful for in Florida. She points out squirrels, and I'm not sure I'm thankful for that. But anyways, God created it. We're thankful for it. And we finally get to 9 things, and then the 10th thing I say, and you know what? God created you, my beautiful 3 children. And she gets all excited and she's happy. And I come to realize this was my moment of being able to teach her when we are out in creation and we are out and we have a moment. It was a moment of prayer. We focused on the Lord. We spent time in his presence. We were thankful, and we told him how thankful we were for things like the beautiful blue sky and the trees and being able to be out and walk. And I've realized, sometimes the way that God teaches me best is I'll learn something, but then it really sticks with me when I go and I teach it to somebody else. And it was such a blessing to me. So maybe you've been trying to practice silence and solitude, and maybe it hasn't looked exactly like it's supposed to in the book. That's okay. Sometimes God still gives you an opportunity to spend time with him, but maybe it looks a little different. I encourage you, keep going. Even if for those 2, 3, 5, 10 minutes, keep going, keep practicing. And my last reminder I'll say to you is it's Tuesday when I'm recording this. Our next class is tomorrow. And a reminder, it's at 6:30 p.m. And because our class is growing, we are actually going to be moved to the fellowship hall. And so, reminder for the class, it's at 6:30. It's in the fellowship hall. And if you haven't done your reflection yet, don't forget to answer those reflection questions so that you have an opportunity to process with other people at your table how your practice went this week. It's how we encourage one another and how we continue to keep going. We don't want this to just be an experiment where you tried praying and you thought to yourself, that was great. No, we want it to be solidified by being in community with one another. So, reminder of the class, 6:30, fellowship hall, do your reflection. All right? Love you guys. I'll see you there.